Hello, Joe.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
How is everybody today?
Fine, thank you.
Good, good.
Good.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, cool. So we have a full class today. All right.
Hello, Joe.
Hello, hey Yasin. Okay, guys. So my name's Joe, and today we're going to be talking about. Hold on. Somebody's microphone's very loud. Okay, so my name's Joe, and today we're going to be talking about vocabulary related to transportation. So we're going to be talking about cars, so like the parts of a car on the inside, not on the motor or anything, but the
Like
inside of a
cylinder.
car. Like what?
Cylinder. Cylinder.
Can you write?
Cylinder. Cylinder. Cylinder.
Cylinder.
Means
What do you mean cylinder?
there's no cylinder in the car.
Inside car. Four cylinders. Six cylinders.
For cylinder.
Cylinder.
Cylinders.
Cylinder, yeah. No, we will not be talking about that. We're just going to be talking about, like the C, like the vocab. I'll show you because I have pictures and stuff. But before,
Technicians.
yeah, before we do that, we're just going to have everybody go through and introduce themselves and say where they're from. So to start, my name's Joe, and I'm from Arizona in the United States. And then next, I think we have Daniel. Daniel.
Hi. Hello.
Hello.
I'm Daniels. I'm from Brazil.
From Brazil. Okay, welcome.
Yes. Thank you.
Erdem. Can you hear us?
Hi. Erdem. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi.
Where are you from?
Can you hear me? Hello.
He has problem with the sound.
I'm from Turkey.
From Turkey. Okay, cool. Welcome. Gamze. Hello. Gamze, can you hear us? Sounds like she can't hear us. Okay. Junaid.
My name is Junaid, and
Junaid.
I'm from Arizona, United States.
Arizona. Okay, wait, Junaid, where are you from in Arizona? What city?
I'm from Tucson.
Tucson. Really? That's where I live right now. That's crazy. Okay. Okay, welcome. Sebastian.
Hello everyone, my name is Sebastian and I'm from Santiago, Chile.
Chile. Cool, okay. Then Sumaya?
Yeah, hello.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, I'm from Morocco.
From Morocco. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome. And then Tarke? Tarke? Tariq.
Hello, my name is Tarek. I'm from Egypt.
From Egypt. Okay, welcome.
Yes.
Awesome.
Thank
And
you.
then Wolfgang?
Yeah, it's Shane, and I'm from China.
Shane. Okay. Cool. And then Yasin?
Yes, I'm Yasin Sophia. I'm from Damascus. I live in the United Arab Emirates.
Okay, cool. Welcome, Yasin. Okay, it looks like we have one other person. Jose, where are you from?
Peru.
From Peru. Okay, cool. Alright, welcome everybody. Glad you are all here today. So, the first thing we're going to do is start with the vocabulary related to a car. So I'm going to share my screen with you. I took a few pictures of my car, and so I'm going to share those with you, and then we're just going to go through, and I'm going to use my mouse to point to some things, and then I'm going to write them on the side. So I'll have a little notepad on the side, and so I'll point to it with my mouse, and then I'll write it on the side so you can see how that word is spelled. So, yeah. All right. Before I do that, though, somebody's Tarek. It sounds like you. It sounds like your audio is picking up the background noise. Is there any way you can grab some headphones? Okay. It sounds like it went away. Good. Okay, can you guys see this? Can you see this window right here with the pictures?
Yes.
Okay.
Those
So, yes.
No.
Can you see the pictures or no?
No.
we can see multiplies pictures. Now
Okay,
you
here we go.
Yeah, now we can see.
blue car.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're just gonna start from the outside. So, can you guys see my mouse?
Yeah.
Tire.
No, the mouse.
The mouse.
The mouse, yeah.
The little hand that's moving around?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull up new note. So let me just move these real quick. There we go. And this, move that. Okay, so now I have a new note. So the first thing we're gonna do is start with the outside. So, does anybody know what this word is? Right here.
Tire display. Tire plate.
No?
No.
Tire.
No,
Tire?
the inside of the tire. Well, yes, the whole thing is a tire, that's correct.
It's hubcap.
But the inside, yes, it's missing a hubcap actually.
Oh, it's missing.
Well.
We can put the hubcap there.
Yeah, so you usually put a hubcap there
And
because
this wheel.
this is actually a rim.
A rim?
Yes, so it's called, you could call it a tire rim or rim for short. Can everybody see this, where I wrote it?
Yeah, see, can you write it?
Yeah,
No.
let's see if I can make this a little bigger. Actually, I have a better idea. I will pull up Word and make the font very big. So that is called a rim.
A rim.
Yes. So yeah, you can put a hubcap there, which is usually what it looks like, but but I don't have hubcaps. So
Okay.
so then so you usually put a hubcap on the rim, then you have the tire. So everybody can see that. So obviously right here we have the door handle.
Door handle.
Yes. So right here, so this thing is called a door handle. So like usually people just say handle for short. Like can you open my door? Can you use the door handle, open my door? So you have a door handle here, and you have a door handle here. Then you have this, was where you stick it. Sounds like somebody's phone is going off.
Please, guys, turn
Okay.
off your phones.
There we go. Cool. So we have the door handle, or handle for short.
Yeah.
Then this little hole where you stick in the key, that's called the keyhole, which is pretty self-explanatory. Keyhole. Then over here you have the gas tank. So there's a little door. This is the little door for the gas tank, and there's a button on the inside that you hit, and it'll open this up, and then that's where the gas tank is, where you put in the gas. So gas tank.
Gas tank.
Yes, gas tank. Then you have the bumper of the car, which is this bottom piece right here, and then this whole, just this whole part of the car that's blue, that's just called the body of the car.
This is the hood. What's
Wait.
called hood.
Yeah.
H double O D.
No. I'm talking about the whole thing in general. That's the body of the car, but the hood is this piece right here. Can you see this where I'm have my mouse?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the hood of
The
the car.
cover of the engine.
Yes, it's the cover of the engine. I mean, it depends on the car, because some cars like Porsches have the engines in the trunk. So
Yeah.
this is the trunk right here. So you have
Mhm.
hood in the front. Oops, I spelled that wrong. So it's HOOD. That's the hood right here in the front. Then you have the trunk, which is in the back. So the hood is where the engine is, and to open the hood, you have to pull something you have to like pull a switch on the inside of the car. Then you can lift up the hood and work on the engine. Then in the trunk, you usually, like in my car, in the trunk I have a sound system, I have just some dirty clothes, and I have a spare tire. Do you guys know the word spare tire? So it's your extra tire.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And so I don't know if you can tell, but my windows are a little dark. So what's that? That is called tinted windows.
Tinted?
Tinted, yeah. So what that means is they get a sheet of plastic that's kind of like a dark purple, or sometimes it's close to black, and they put it over your window. So they put it like all over the window here, sometimes in the front too, all over here, and so that way it's harder to look into the car. So when when your car is hard to look into, it might be because your windows are tinted. So somebody might say, like, "Hey, your windows look tinted."
I think some countries it's not allowed. So
Yes, I'm sure you're right. Yeah, and you only can have it tinted to a certain point because it has to do with like the law, and the police want to be able to see who's in the car. So it's kind of that safety stuff. So yeah, so you have the hood. You have up here these things that wash the windows. Those are called um, windshield
windshields.
wipers. So my car only has them in the front, but most newer cars have them in the back as well. So they wash your window. So they're called windshield wipers. So see, that's how it's spelled. Windshield wipers. Okay. And then I think the last thing you have is this thing right here, which is called your side.
Mirror.
Yep, exactly. Side view. Oops. Like this. Side view mirror. So yeah. Okay, so now just to review real quick, just to make sure everybody understands all the words that I've explained. I'm just going to hide this and go through. So I think the first person we have was Daniels. What is this part called?
Rim.
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 There you go. Perfect. Good pronunciation. Yeah. Rim. Okay, and then Erdem. What is this called right here?
Door handle.
Yes. Yasin? Was that you?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. I'm just gonna ask, so when I say your name, then just respond.
Oh, okay.
So,
Sorry.
yeah, no worries. Okay, Junaid, what are these called right here?
It's
That wash the window.
windshield wiper.
Yeah, there you go. Windshield wipers.
Wipers.
Yes. Good job. Okay. How about Sebastian? What is inside this little door? What's inside there? Sebastian? Okay, sounds like he cannot hear us. Okay, so we'll move on to the next person. So, Sumaya? Is that how you pronounce your name?
Gas tank.
Sebastian? Who said that? Okay.
It's a fuel tank.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so good job. Yeah. That's a fuel tank, gas tank, same thing. Okay. And then Tarek, what is this called? Right here.
Hood.
What is this part of the car called? Right here in the front.
Hood.
Yep, exactly. Sounds like somebody has the Verbling window open in the background.
No, I think they doesn't use the headphone.
What'd you say?
They don't use the headphone. So
That could be it too, yeah. Okay. Well, I can't tell who it's coming from, but it sounds like it went away. Okay, so it sounds like we got all of them, I think. Except we have 2 left, so Shane,
I'm sorry.
Can you hear me?
it's back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is it called? What is this called when your windows are darker?
Tinted window.
Exactly. Yep. Good job. Okay, and then Yasin, what is this part of the car called?
Trunk?
Yeah, this is the trunk, but this part below it. What is this called?
Chassis? I don't know.
Bumper.
Bumper.
Yes, exactly. Good job. Yeah, so you can kind of see this line, so it's its own piece. It's a part of the body, and it's just the bumper.
The bumper from the back and in front of the car? Or
Yeah, so in the
from
front you have a front bumper, and you have the back bumper. So yeah. Okay, so now we'll move to the inside of the car. Okay, so same thing. Erase all these words. And we'll start with the inside of the car. So, this red thing, I don't know if you guys have ever... Does anybody know what this is?
Drill.
lock?
St-
Security lock?
What was it?
Security lock?
Yes, exactly. It's called a steering wheel lock.
Steering wheel.
And so the way it works is it goes in the middle of your wheel right here, and then it extends out so that it can't move at all outside of the wheel, and you lock it. And then this part sticks out, and so if someone were to break into your car, and they would try and turn the wheel, so if they turned it down to the right, then this part would hit the seat, so they wouldn't be able to turn the wheel all the way. So that's how it protects your car. Yeah, it's pretty clever. Yeah, okay, so it's a steering wheel lock. Then up here you kind of have you could just call that like your air conditioning controls, but most people might just say like, hey, where can I change the air conditioning? So you have right here you have a knob to turn on the air conditioning. So you have your AC, which I think it stands for air conditioning, but I could be wrong. It might just be like air coolant or something like that. I'm not sure. But either way, air conditioning looks like that. So you have obviously cold and hot. You have a slider right there. Then you have all these options. So you have this button, which I'm going to see if I can zoom in on it for you guys.
We call this button or switcher or switch.
Oops. You can call this you'd probably call it a button. I mean, you could use switch too, but yeah, that's a good question. You could just probably call it button. That's what I would call it. Like, which button do I hit to make the air turn on? So this button, it's kind of hard to see, but what it is it's an outline of a car with an arrow that's kind of like in a circle, and so that's called like recirculating the air. So what that means is if you hit this button, then all of the air that's inside of your car is just going to recirculate. As in, your car is not going to take in any air from the outside. So that might be a good way if you want the air to get colder faster, or if you want the air to get warmer faster. You might hit that button. And if you don't, then it'll just bring in the air from the outside, which could be, you could bring in like smoke from another car, or just like any of the bad smells of outside. And then right here you have this button just brings the air that's like kind of near your face, which I'll show you in a second. This one does near your face and near your feet. This one does your feet, and this one does your feet and
Joe, we don't see the picture again.
you can't see the picture.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for telling me. Okay, so like I was saying, this button, you just see that the air comes from the front, like near your face. This is near your face and your feet. This is near your feet. This is near your feet, and it also does this button, which this button is if it's really cold outside and it's kind of hard to see through your windshield, you hit this button and some of the heat rises near the front of your windshield, and then it's easier to see. And then this button, does anybody know what this button's called?
This is for stop.
Emergency light.
Stop signs.
Yes, emergency lights. It's called
Hazard.
Yes, hazard. Yeah, you call them your hazards. Like if something's not working or you need to stop for some reason, if it's an emergency, somebody might say like, "Hey, put on your hazards." Like if you're with them. So that's that. Then we'll zoom back out. So let's see. Let's go to the steering wheel. So right here, we just have your horn. So some cars, when you hit the middle of the wheel right here, that's where the horn is. But on mine, I have a horn button right here and then one on the other side. So if I hit that, the horn goes off. So that doesn't. It's not really. You wouldn't call it a button. You would just call it the horn. Like, hey, how do I hit the horn? Okay, and then right here, a lot of newer cars are starting to have more controls right here built into the steering wheel. My car has 3 buttons. One is to accelerate. So what this is, it works with your cruise control.
Yeah.
Does anybody know what the cruise control is?
I think the cruise control when you go to the highway and you have a limited speed.
Yes.
The cruise control without you push the
Lock the
accelerator.
speed.
Exactly, perfect. Lock the speed. Yeah, so what you do is, if you're going on the freeway and you don't want to hold in the pedal, you might hit the cruise control, and then if you need to go faster while you're in cruise control, you can hit this button at the top right here where it says ACCEL, and that stands for accelerate. Accelerate, like that. So that's if you need to go faster in cruise control, but you don't want to take off cruise control. So maybe if you need to speed up because you're going too slow, then you hold in that button, and then your cruise control speed is going to go up. So if you were going 65 and you hold it in, it may go up to 70, and then your speed is stuck at 70. But if you need to turn it off, you can hit cancel right here. But if you haven't set it on at all, then what you can do is, it's called coast set. So when you're going 75 and that's the speed you want to put the cruise control on, you hit coast set, and then that's the speed it will lock it on. So that's how that works. It's kind of hard to see, but down here where you control the gas and the brake, so this is called a pedal. So it's called the gas pedal and brake pedal. And in cars that are automatic, at least I don't know how they are in other countries, but in the United States, you have the gas on the right and the brake on the left. And when you're taught how to drive, they teach you to use only one foot. So I don't know if it's different in any of the other country, but
I think the country they use the manual. They have another one. It's called, I think, clutch.
yeah, the clutch, exactly. Yeah, so the way that's
I think Tarek.
in Santiago, it's like that. Was that Sebastian? Okay, I don't know who that was. Anyways, okay, so yeah, that's on the
Similar to Tetronic.
Similar to what?
Tetronic.
Tetronic.
Manual.
Oh, yeah. So you have, it's called automatic. So if somebody says like, what's your car? Is it automatic or manual? That's the question. So it just means is the transmission automatic, as in it shifts on its own, and if it's manual, then right here you have the shifter. So this is still called a shifter right here. I'm gonna zoom in a little.
Gear switcher.
Yeah, gear switcher, exactly. Yeah, you just call it the shifter though. Like, hey, I need to shift gears. So that looks like this. Shifter. But yeah, it's how, like you said, Yasin, it's how you shift gears. Okay, and so then this is gonna vary depending on the car, but in my car, you have this little black thing and it slides out and it's called a cup holder.
Oh, cup holder, yeah.
Yeah, so if you go to, like, I don't know, if you have a drink and you want to bring it in your car, you're going to pull that out and then you'll have 2 spots for drinks. So that's just called your cup holder. Then in here, this is just an empty compartment for I don't know. You could put your I put my sunglasses there, but you can put CDs or anything there. Then right here you have your
Electricity.
yes, but it's called we call it the cigarette lighter.
Mhm.
Cigarette lighter.
Mobile
So, yeah.
charger.
Yeah, exactly. You can plug in your mobile charger into that and charge it. So yeah, that's that. And then to the right of that, you have what is this
Cigarette
called?
holder. Cigarette holder.
Yeah, well, in my car, it's not a cigarette holder. It's like for your. It is a cigarette holder. That's true. Oops.
Or
Cigarette.
bin. bin.
Cigarette bin, yes. Holder / bin, yes. But actually, a lot of people call it like a change holder, because a lot of people don't smoke, and when they don't smoke, they usually just keep like extra change there. So I call it like my change holder. Like, hey, where do you keep your change? Like right there in the cigarette holder or the cigarette bin or the change holder. So yeah, that's that. And then this is just, there are lots of words for this, but most people call it the stereo. The technical word for it though is head unit. I don't know where that comes from or anything, but when I went and bought it at the like car audio store, they told me it was called a head unit. So you have like a USB plug-in for like an iPhone or an iPod. You have an this part right here is called an auxiliary port.
For what that?
An auxiliary port is for, okay, so you know on mobile phones how if you plug in headphones, even on computers too, you have like it's called like a headphone port for the headphones.
I get it.
The technical name for that is auxiliary port. So yeah, that's that. Then you just have the knob, like volume knob, to turn up the volume. So like this thing that turns, it's called a knob.
Knob or a wheel?
It's called a knob.
No.
You could say wheel and you would be understood, but the majority of people call it a knob. But yeah, that's a good question. Yeah. Okay. Let's see
Excuse me,
if there's any.
John,
Yes. Question.
what you say about the brake and the accelerator?
Oh yeah. So the brake and the gas pedal. So good
Yeah,
question.
you say it's pedal?
Yeah, we say pedal like this. Here, I'll write it for you. Pedal. Pedal.
Where are you chatting? Because I cannot see anything.
You can't? Okay. Let's.
Also, it's not available for me.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna see if
So
I.
for me,
Tell me if you can see it now.
No, that's okay.
now,
Okay.
Okay, now? Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Make it easy to remove this document and write it in the chat.
Okay, yeah, the only thing is, though, like, whenever I go back to write it in the chat, then you guys see me writing in the chat and the picture goes away. But it looks like somebody wrote it. Kaya wrote it. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Joe, I cannot see anything.
Also,
Okay.
me, it's not available for me. On the chat one of Google Chat, you can write it.
Because if he go to the chat, they lose the picture.
Yeah, okay, so
Okay.
can you guys probably see like a ton of windows right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what happens when I write it on the chat. That's the only reason I'm writing it in this document. I think what I can do is I'm just gonna do this real quick. It's a website called Type with Me, and I'm just gonna open a new document and then I can share it with you. And then I'll pull that up on the side, and so you guys can also pull that up on the side. So let's just see, one sec.
Okay.
What it is it's like an online tool for writing with somebody. So like if I write it and somebody else writes it, like we can write at the same time. It doesn't look like it's working though. So I'm going to go back to this. Is this okay right here, or do you want me to make the text? I can make the text bigger.
No, it's okay now.
It's okay,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, good.
It's okay.
Okay, yeah, so what I was saying is you can call it, this pedal on the right is either called the gas pedal or the accelerator. So the way accelerator looks like this. Accelerator. Like that. So,
DV on DT.
what?
We call it in the physics DV, in math DV/DT.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. So yeah, so you can call that. I usually call it the gas pedal. Like, hey, get your foot off the gas pedal, or like, hey, slow down. Like, let off. Like another expression might be like,
Teacher,
let off on the gas pedal.
teacher, your
What?
your your charger is not plugging in.
My chat is what?
Your battery is low.
Oh, you're
Computer
right.
battery is low.
Oh, thank you. I have my cord. Thank you for telling me that. Do not want the class ending early. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay, so move on to the next picture. Double check. Yeah, so actually before we move on, we're just going to test you guys real quick. So, Erkin, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Okay. What is this device, or what is this tool called right here, this device?
I forget.
You forgot. Okay, it's called a steering wheel lock. So I'm going to write it for you.
Okay.
Steering wheel lock, like that.
Steering wheel lock. Steering wheel lock.
Steering wheel lock. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Erdem, can you hear me?
Yes.
lock.
Okay. What is this little button right here called?
Oh,
The horn. Yep. Good.
Horn.
Horn. Okay. Junaid.
Yes.
What is this called right here? This thing.
The shift gear.
Yeah, shifter.
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 And that looks like this. Shifter. Shifter. Good.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Norman, are you there? Newman? Okay, does not sound like he or she's here. Okay, Sophia?
Yeah.
Okay, what is this thing called right here?
I don't know.
Okay, it's called, there are two names. It's called a stereo, which is the common name, but stereo as in S-T-E-R,
Yeah.
or you can call it a head unit.
Yeah.
But-
Head unit. Sorry.
Joe, what's the difference between stereo and mono?
Stereo and mono, that refers to speakers. So you have two types of speakers. You have stereo speakers and mono speakers. So that's
It's
usually
not mean radio.
Head unit.
what'd you say?
You mean stereo? It's like radio, but mono not means radio, right?
Yeah. So
I think stereo it's more than one speakers.
yeah, exactly. So yeah,
If you have mono, you have just one speakers.
Yep, exactly. Well said. That's exactly it.
Joe, what's the console?
What is what?
The console.
The console?
Yes.
I will show. I have a picture of that. That's a good question. I'll show you when it comes up. But there's a thing called the middle console, and I'll show you when we get to it.
Okay.
Oh, and I forgot to go over one last thing. Do you guys see these things right here? The little black things?
Yeah.
Those are called vents. V-E-N-T-S. Yeah.
For
So those.
conditioning?
Yep. Exactly. Air vents for your air conditioning.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Who's next?
Conditioning.
Oh shoot. How do you Turk, right? Turk?
Yes.
Okay, Turk. Okay, what is this thing called right here? I'll zoom in on it for you. This gray thing right here. Do you remember the name?
Lighter?
cigarette lighter.
There you go. Yes, cigarette lighter.
Cigarette lighter. Yes.
There you go. Cigarette lighter. Okay. Shane? What is this called? There are like 2-3 names. What is this called?
It could be cigarette holder or change holder.
Perfect, exactly.
I don't know what the other one is called. Yeah.
Or cup holder. Cup holder?
Yeah, this is a cup holder above. Good job, Sophia. But this can also be called a cigarette bin, as in B-I-N.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Okay.
Cigarette bin. Okay. Let's see. Who do we have next? Yasin?
Yes.
Let's see. What is this called? This whole thing?
But
Oh,
this
yes, what would
AC
you call it?
controller.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Air conditioning controls or just air conditioning controller, yeah. Uh-huh.
Conditioning controller.
Yeah, most people just say like air conditioning controls. Sounds like the most natural. Okay, and then who do we have last? Yasir? Can you hear us? Okay, it does not sound like he can hear us. Okay. So we move on to the next picture. Does anybody have any questions before I move on? No. Okay.
Excuse me, I have a
Red
question.
Looker.
Yes, question?
The speed meter? They call it speed meter?
Yes. I have another picture of that, but what it's called, this is called a speedometer.
Speedometer.
Yeah.
Speedometer.
Speedometer. It looks like speedometer, but it's pronounced speedometer.
Okay.
Speedometer.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Good question. Any other questions?
And the other one, gasometer.
This
Gas
one,
meter.
yeah, well, this one is like called your, I don't know the technical name, it's like called
RPM meter.
Yeah, RPM
Oh.
meter.
Well done, Yasin.
Yeah, well,
Thank you,
yeah, good
Sophia.
job.
I'm mechanical engineer.
Ah, okay,
Oh,
okay. That makes
okay.
sense then. Okay, yeah, so RPM
So
meter.
what is the name? RBO meter? Meter?
R-
Yeah,
Like this.
RPM.
RPM.
It's a shortcut of round per minute.
Oh, okay.
Rounds per
RPM
minute.
Rounds
meter.
per minute.
Okay.
I see. Yeah.
Per. Thank you for that, Yasin. I did not know that.
Meter.
Rounds per minute meter. Okay. Okay, any other questions before we move on to the next?
Joe, what is the name of the wheel? The second name of the wheel that Yasin said mentioned it
Tire?
in the for
No.
volume.
For the what?
For volume, or what is this?
Oh,
on the
this. Oh, yeah,
left.
yes.
It's a noob or
A knob.
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 There you go,
Okay.
knob. So this is
Thank
just
you.
called like the volume knob. Like, hey, can you turn it up? Like, that they would say that, and they're referring to the volume knob. You could call it a volume wheel because it does spin, but
Okay.
the more natural word or the more common word is knob.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
Can I ask Sophia one question?
Yeah,
Where are you from?
from Georgia.
Georgia. Okay, let's
Second
continue.
question.
No, I have nothing, but your accent seems to be a Russian.
Russian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I speak Russian as native speaker, so maybe I have some accent.
Nice.
Okay, any other questions?
We
Thank
didn't
you.
speak about carpets.
Carpets, yes. You can, well, let's see, I think I have a better picture of them.
I think they say it's bad.
Okay,
Oh,
so, this is,
Mirror.
so you have, this is called your rear view mirror. Rear?
rear
view?
view.
Rear?
Yeah, rear view, because you use it to look at the rear of your car, so it's called your rear view mirror. Like that. Can you see that?
I think to see
Yeah.
the children,
For what?
for seeing the children who sit in the back.
Yeah, exactly. You use it
Children.
mostly when you're backing up. You use it also to switch lanes.
Children mirror.
Rear view mirror.
Rear view mirror, And so I just have a little sticker there, a little guy, winking. Winky
We see
face.
smiley.
Yes, that's my smiley face right there. Then you have these, which are called, gosh, what are these called? I can't think of the name because, usually just, here they are. They're called sun visors. So you use them so they fold down, they're flaps, they fold down, and whenever the sun's in your
Yeah.
eyes, you fold them down, and then obviously the sun's out of your eyes. And they also unhook right here, and you can put them on the side. So yeah, that's those.
Then what is it? Switch lanes.
Switch lanes. Oh, I just said that's something you do when you're driving. It's like when you're driving and you're in one lane and you need to go over to the another lane, like you need to switch lanes. That's what
Yeah.
it's called. You switch lanes by looking in your mirrors. So you look in your
Okay.
side view.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep, so that's it. This, and then, can everybody see this black thing right here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cover.
or sun.
Yeah, exactly. Sun cover, sunshade, same thing.
Sun cover,
Sunshade.
shade.
Yeah, so you just put that up when you're leaving your car, and you don't want it to be hot when you come back. So yeah. And then, okay, I think that's it. Does anybody have any questions before we test you guys on these real quick? No? Okay.
Rear view mirror.
So let's see, Erkin,
Rear view
what is this
mirror.
called right here?
Some visors.
Erkin, can you hear me?
Cover and line.
Hold on. Can you say it one more time, please? Erkin?
I didn't hear.
Oh, you didn't hear it? This is called a rear view mirror.
Rear view mirror.
Yeah, like this. Right here. Rear view mirror. You got that, Erkin?
Yes, thank you.
Uh-huh, of course. Okay. Then we have Erdem. Erdem, what are these things called? This thing and this thing. What are those called?
Sun viewer.
Sun visors.
Sorry, sun visors.
Sun visors, just like that. Sun visors.
Sun visors.
Yep, good job. Uh-huh. Okay, Hunaid, Junaid?
Yeah.
Junaid, what is this thing called?
It's called sunshade.
Yep, perfect. Uh-huh. Wait, Junaid, I have a question for you real quick. You live in Tucson, right?
Yes.
Do you go to the University of Arizona?
Yes.
Okay. Are you from Tucson?
No, I'm from Iraq, but I live now in Tucson.
You're from where?
Iraq.
Iraq. Ah, okay. Okay, just wondering. Okay. Good job. Let's see.
We need here the sun shade.
Yeah, sunshade, exactly. So sunshade, sun cover, same thing. Yep. Okay, then Newman, are you there? No? Okay. Next we have Sophia. Let's see, which one did I not go over? I think that's all of them. Sorry, Sophia. We're moving on to the next picture. So somebody asked what the middle console was, or the console. This thing right here is called a middle console.
Uh-huh.
Who asked that?
Me,
Who's me?
Tariq.
Tadek, okay, thanks. Sorry, I can't see.
That's okay.
Middle console, yeah. So this is the middle console. So usually people put, CDs. Some people use it as a trash can. Some people put change in there. You can put anything in there. And some of them lock. Mine locks too. And you can see right here I have my iPod cord right there. That's what I use it for. I just put just my iPod cord there, my sunglasses. This thing right here, does anybody know what this is?
Handbrake?
Yes, It's called the emergency brake.
Emergency brake.
Emergency brake, yeah. So if you're going, let's see, no, it's usually used for if you're parked on a hill and you want to put like extra security that your car isn't going to roll down the hill, you hold your foot on the brake and then you pull up the emergency brake and then it should be stuck in place.
Exactly.
We call it
It can
handbrake.
also be used if you want to drift.
That is true, Shane. You can drift with it. People do what are called emergency brake slides. So that's if you want to go drifting, which I do not recommend at all, but people do it. Okay, thanks for that, Shane. Okay, and then right here, you have a seat buckle.
Seat buckle.
Yeah, so somebody say, like, hey, where's my seat buckle? I need to plug in my seat belt.
Buckle.
So yeah, that's just your seat buckle.
About.
And then this thing right here, part of the seat buckle, so like, this would be called a button. So if somebody says like, hey, can you unhook my seatbelt? Then somebody would say, yeah, can you hit the button? Like hit the seat buckle button. So that's that. I think that's it for this picture. I mean, this right here is obviously just called a seat.
Seat.
So you have 2 seats in the front, and then I have 3 seats in the back. So that's that. So we'll test. Sophia, what is this thing called right here?
Buckle?
Yep, seat buckle.
Seat buckle. Seat buckle.
Good job.
Seat buckle or belt buckle?
Belt buckle, seat buckle, same thing. Belt buckle. Thanks for that, Yasin. I forgot about it. I always say seat buckle, but you can say belt buckle as well.
Buckle.
Belt buckle, seat buckle. Yeah, And, okay, so what do we have next? Tarek?
Yes.
What is this called right here in the middle?
Emergency brake.
Hand below.
Middle console.
Yep, Good job. Yep, right there. Yeah, this one. Not this one, sorry. That's the emergency brake, but yeah. Middle console. Good job. Okay. So now we'll move on to the next picture. Okay. So there's not very much in this picture, but this back row is called the back seat. So it's just like, yeah, like that's my back seat. So I have 3 seats in my back seat. Then this is called your seatbelt. So that's what you strap yourself in with to be safe. That way, if you get in a car accident, you're not going to go flying through the windshield. So you have the seat buckle for protection, for safety. Then this thing is just called the seat. It's also called like the seat buckle. Like I need a buckle.
Seat hook.
Yeah, seat
belt
hook, belt hook. Yeah, there are tons of names. Belt buckle too. Like you might use the same term or the same word, the same name for that too. So belt buckle, just like that. Then you just have your back seat. Oh, and then I forgot to mention this thing. Does anything know what this is called?
I think head.
Head holder.
Yeah, head. It's a head. It holds your head right. But it's actually called a headrest. Headrest.
Headrest. Okay.
So you can usually adjust your headrest by moving it up and down, but yeah, it's called a headrest. So you have a headrest here, and then one on the driver's seat and one on the other seat over here. So yeah, that's the headrest. Then right here you have the back seat. You have the middle belt buckle. You have the side belt buckle. So that just refers to the location of it. So let's see, Yasin. What is this called?
Headrest. Or
Yeah, headrest is the most common term. I don't know. You could say head holder, and people would understand you, but it's mostly just called a headrest. Yeah, good job. Okay, and then I think we're back to Erdem. Or no, we have Ali. Hello, Ali.
Hello.
Okay, so I don't know if you were here, but do you know what this long thing is called?
Seat buckle.
Yes, or seat belt is actually the more common. I mean, this is the belt buckle, but this is usually called the seat belt. But yeah, good job. Okay, and I think that's it for this picture. Let's see. Okay, I have a lot of trash on the ground. Okay, right here. So, let's see if I can rotate this picture. Yes, okay. So this is what I was trying to get a picture of, the shifter, so the different gears. So, right here, right now it's in the P, which stands for park.
Parking.
Yeah, so if you're going to stop your car, somebody might say like, hey, put your car in park. So, you have to hold in the button on the shifter, and then you push it forward, and it'll move into park. So you also have to have your foot on the brake, which I'm sure you all know. Then the R stands for reverse.
Reverse.
Reverse. So that's to move backwards. Then the middle, you have neutral. So that means you're not in any gears. So let's say your car is out of gas and you need to push it. Then you're going to put it in neutral, and then the car can move freely without being turned on. So that's neutral. Then you have drive, which is the D. So you have reverse, neutral, drive. So that's anytime you're usually driving. So you're just going to have it in D, which stands for drive. Then you have second gear, like that, or first gear.
And first gear.
So that's going to be when you're going up a hill, maybe, or maybe going down a hill. You could also put it in neutral if you're going down a hill, but usually when you're going up a hill and it's steep, you might need to put it in second gear, which means you're accelerating a lot faster. But you're also, when it's in second gear and you're not holding down the gas pedal, then you're deaccelerating faster. Because when you have it in drive and you're not hitting the gas, it's like it's in neutral, kind of. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know it's will control the tiers. I don't know its name is clear in English.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. It's called I don't know cars very well, but I'm trying to think of what it's called. It's like a something fly.
Circle.
It's like a gear. It's like, I want to say it's like gear fly, or some. I don't know. I bet if you Googled it, you could come up with something, but I'm not sure on the name. But I know what you're talking about because the gears are like what you do is you hold in the brake, and when you move the shifter, something like unlocks, and like you can switch gears basically. But yeah, that's that. Let's
Truss.
see.
Is it truss? Or
Like
not?
transmission?
No, not this. It's like a circle, and it has. I don't know how to describe
say
it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the name though. Maybe I can might be able to find it on here, like a gear fly, like shift. I don't know. I know what you're talking about. I don't know. I'm not sure, Yasin. Sorry about that.
Don't worry.
Okay, so yeah, so that's all that. So let's see. Where'd you guys go? There you are. Okay. Erkan.
It's called gear.
Just a gear?
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't
No. Carry on.
Okay. Thanks, Yasin. Okay. Erkan, so what does the P stand for?
Park.
Good job. Okay, then Erdem. What does the R stand for? Erdem? Can you hear us?
Sorry. Reverse.
Yeah, what does the R stand for right here in the gear shifter?
Reverse.
Reverse. Good job. Reverse. And then Junaid?
Yeah.
What does the N stand for?
I think neutral.
Yep, good job. You're correct. Okay, and then the D, Sophia?
It's drive.
Drive. Good job. Then Tark, what does?
Joseph. Sorry. Joseph.
Yes.
Reverse. Repeat, please.
What'd you say?
Repeat.
Can I write it?
Okay.
Reverse. So here, I'll just go through like what we've said so far. So park,
No.
reverse, neutral, and drive. Reverse. So park, reverse, neutral, and drive. Did that answer your question?
Thank you.
Of course. Okay. So Tark, what does the 2 stand for?
Second gear.
Good job. And then Shane, what does the 1 stand for?
Gear 1.
Yeah, gear 1 or first gear.
First gear, yeah.
Yeah.
Pinion
there you go.
gear.
What is it called?
Pinion gear, I think.
How do you spell that?
Penior.
No, this
P-
is the manual.
Pinal gear?
Pioneer.
Pi maybe. Pioneer.
P-I.
Okay, so that's with the manual?
I think with the manual.
It looks like it's pinal gear. Like that, I'm guessing.
No.
Pinal gear. No?
It's P-I-O-N-E-R.
Pinoer.
No, P-I.
Okay, so I just have a little bit more. So let's
Out of
see.
gas.
Yes, I do not have very much gas. So right here is the gas gauge, is what it's usually called. So you could say like, oh, I have like no gas in my gas tank, or you could say like my gas.
Out of gas.
Yeah, exactly, out of gas. I forgot how to spell gauge. Let's see. There you go. So it's pronounced gauge. So gas gauge. So that's this right here. Then you have the speedometer, which I forgot who was asking about that before.
Can we call it gasometer?
Speedometer.
You could say like gas gauge sounds the most natural, but gas meter, you could say that and you would be understood, but I've never said that. But yeah, you could. That's technically correct.
Or a fuel meter.
Fuel meter sounds better. Fuel meter. Good job, Yasin. Okay. Then, so here's the other side of that steering wheel lock that I was talking about. So it holds the wheel. Then right here, you have your lights. So on most automatic cars, your lights come on automatically, but since my car is very old, you have to turn them on manually. So you see this little dot is on the off part. So if I move it to this one right here, then that will turn my lights on. So that's like called turning your lights on. It's like this thing's called a knob again, like you could say your lights knob. But that's that. Then this one right here, that's called your brights. So that's when your lights are on, they're a lot brighter, and that's maybe when you're driving, late at night in somewhere maybe near a forest where there aren't many street lights. So if you want to be able to see the road better, you turn on your brights. Or, okay, so you guys see how this thing is like a long, kind of like a long rod? So
long
like this,
beam?
yeah, like beam, okay, sure, beam. So this thing right here, you can actually move it backwards. So if I put my hand on one side of it and pushed it backwards, then my lights would flash. So sometimes what people do is they flash, it's called flashing your lights, like that. Oops, I spelled that wrong. Flashing your lights. And so what that means is your lights flash, they flicker, and you usually do that if somebody is driving past you and their lights are off, so you might flash your lights at them. Or if you're at a four-way stop, like an intersection, and you want somebody to go before you, you might flash your lights at them. So that's another cool thing. So you can kind of see right here, there's a little diagram for it. If you push that long beam, the long rod backwards, and then let go, then that'll flash your lights. So that's that.
Flicker.
Yeah, flicker. So you might flicker your lights. That's a verb. So just flicker your lights. Then this thing. Yes.
Joe, what is the? Sorry to interrupt. What is the name of the tool for driving? I just mislead it.
Oh, the tool for driving, like your key.
Not key. The round one.
Steering wheel.
Steering wheel. Yep.
Steering wheel. This
Yes.
one, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this one.
Can we say steering knob?
Steering knob.
Knob.
Steering. What? Steering
You say steering wheel. You could say knob, but again, it's mostly just called a wheel, like your steering wheel. So I know that's confusing because like you want to use wheel when you can use knob, but this device or this piece of the car is just called the steering wheel mostly.
Okay.
Good question though, Yasin.
Time is up, I think.
Yeah, okay, 2 o'clock. Alright, well, I'm going to turn that off. Okay, well, I'm glad all of you came today, and I really hope that helped. And
Thank you.
I hope you all have a good day.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Joe.
Yep, of course.
you.
Thanks for
Bye-bye.
coming, guys. See you later.
See you later.